So, good afternoon, everyone. We are talking about expressions and idioms and phrases, how they are important. You need to know the idioms and phrases to update your vocabulary. I am sharing the screen with you. So, you can ask any question. You can stop me and ask. Raise your hands and ask me. So, here's the screen. The screen is with you. Some idioms. Idioms have categories like they are color idioms, home idioms, animal idioms. But you should know the common idioms which are spoken today. So let us start with the first is a white elephant. The expression a white elephant means huge property which is useless, which is of no use. Elephants are never white, but a white elephant indicates you have huge property which is of no use. For example, a car which you do not use, a building which is of no use to you. You are neither disposing it of, but you have it with you. You will not sell it. So it is not doing any good to you. You are not benefiting from it. So anything which is not being benefited by you is a white elephant. Maybe a building, a large building, a huge building, where it is not let out, it is not on rent, nobody lives there, but still it is called, yes, it's your house, it is your paternal property, and you do not want to sell it. So it becomes a white elephant. Here we're talking about colors. So the next is a red letter D. Do you want to write? Do you want me to write the explanation also? A large useless property. Huge. A large or huge useless. The second is a red letter D. A red letter D means an important thing. Something, a day which has some significance, some importance, some relevance. It became a red letter day. It was a red letter day for Simagins when they got their prizes for communication fest. An important day. The third is a dark horse. A dark horse is a person in Hindi, if you ask me to explain, somebody who is skilled. He's a dark horse. He is capable of a lot of things for which he was not known for. Suddenly he comes out to be a very successful person, and then people say, okay, so he's a dark horse. Nobody knew that he's so much talented. Nobody ever knew that he's going to talk. So, but yes, quietly and he's skillfully working. Quietly he's working, and later when he becomes successful, people say that he is a dark horse. एक छुपा रुस्तम जो कि कोई जानता नहीं था कि इसमें इतनी कैलिबर इतनी स्किल्स हैं, and so he turns out to surprise everybody. He shocks everybody with his caliber, with his intellect, with his intelligence. The next A person with hidden talent. A person who surprises others. Sorry. A person who surprises or shocks others with his hidden talents. The third is a pink slip. If you're getting a termination letter, if you're getting a pink slip, it means you're not required to work in the company anymore. A person who gets a termination letter, a pink slip, which means he's getting a termination letter, which indicates that he is not required to work in the company anymore. He is asked to quit or he is asked to leave. A green thumb. A green thumb, we speak about a person who is very much interested in gardening, who is very skilled in gardening. He knows what plants are good for what season. Somebody who is skilled, somebody who knows the art of gardening. He has got, if I say she has got a green thumb, it means she is good at gardening. So if you have a green thumb, it means you are fond of gardening. So the second is yellow belly. Yellow belly means a person who is timid, who is a coward, who is afraid. Let me write this down. Green thumb. A person who likes gardening. He not only likes, but he is skilled at gardening. The green will help you. What is green? Green means plants. He has a green thumb. It means he is fond of gardening. He likes gardening, and also he is very skilled at gardening. Yellow belly means a person who is not very brave, a coward person. A person who is coward, fearful, not very brave. The feeling blue. The feeling blue color in feeling. If you're feeling blue, you're sad. You feel sad. He felt blue after his parents went away. So you feel blue. The feeling blue when you call about, when you are talking about the feeling, he's feeling blue means he's feeling bad, he's feeling sad. A black sheep. A black sheep in the family, it means somebody who is not accepted in the family, though he or she is living in the family, but a black sheep is a person who is not actually respected or accepted in the family because of his attitude, because of his behavior, because of his temperament. If you're a black sheep in the family, it means people are not willing to accept you. Somebody who is a bad person, a bad person in the family, somebody who talks about disrespect, somebody who is a disgrace in the family, a disgrace in the family, somebody who is not accepted because of his wrongdoings. He is not accepted, he is not respected, he might be a disgrace. He might be a disgrace in the family. Okay? A person, his brother is an IS officer, but the younger son turned out to be a black sheep in the family. It means he was the only person who could not win praises from others. So there are a lot of other idioms also. There are some expression with meanings. A cat nap. Nap means sleep. Nap time, short sleeping time. A cat nap. You know, these animals, they sleep. You do not know when they slept, when they sleep, and when they get up. A cat nap. A short sleep. The sentence is, I'm going to have a cat nap while you're cooking dinner. Short sleep. Chicken out. The person who have yellow belly, they chicken out. Persons who have yellow belly, they chicken out. Chicken out. To decide not to do something out of fear. Afraid. He is not afraid. He is not going to do this particular work because he is afraid. He is chickened out. Then you can use chicken as a verb. He will chicken out. He will chicken out. He chickens out all the time. So he chickened out. He chickens out. He will chicken out. I know that. So chicken out is something which you do not carry the activities further, or you do not get involved in the activity because you are afraid. to decide not to do something out of fear. The sentence is, she chickened out in the end. So these are some idioms on animals like chicken, catnap, copycat. Copycat is an expression which is very common. A person who does the same thing as a person who copies somebody, a person who does the same thing as someone else, to copy someone, to ape someone. My sister is such a copycat. First, she brought the same car as me, and now she is applying to my school. It means her sister is a copycat. She brought the same car, and now she is applying to my school. So she is doing whatever I am doing. Like she bought a car which I have, and now she is applying in the same school where I am working. And something is fishy, something is not right. When something is fishy, something is odd, something is suspicious, something is suspicious, something which causes suspicion. Sorry. I knew something fishy was going on when I saw all of my friends' cars in my mom's driveway. It means the moment the person went home, she saw that all the friends' cars were there at her mother's place. Now, why will everybody come to the mother to see her mother? If something is all right, nobody will come. If something terrible has happened, then what happened? भीड़ जमा हो गई उसके माँ के घर के सामने. So I knew something is fishy. मुझे पता सब कुछ गलत जरूर हुआ है. Something is not right. How? Because she saw so many cars at her mother's driveway, at her mother's place. Hold your horses. This phrase has been used so many times in exams, even in Wipro. These phrases are all the time. You come across such phrases. Hold your horses means wait and be patient. Hold your horses, I'll be there in a minute. Get the lion's share. To get the lion's share. To get the lion's share means get the greatest percentage, major part, major chunk. So he likes to eat cake, so he got the lion's share. It means he got a large amount to eat. My aunt got the lion's share of the inheritance. So this person is saying that her aunt got the lion's share of the inheritance. The major part of the inheritance went to her aunt. Now, these were some idioms on animals. Now, some idioms on time. Time flies. These are expressions which you need to know. Time flies means time passes extremely quickly. When you are happy, you say that time flies. समय कैसे बीता पता ही नहीं चला. You were so happy, you were enjoying yourself, and suddenly it's time to go home now. Then you say, time flies. Really, time flies. So when you want to enjoy more, when you want to hold on to time, then time passes, time flies. But you feel stuck when you're unhappy, the clock doesn't seem to move. So time flies, meaning time passes extremely quickly. Look how time look how fast uh, look how fast our children grow up. How time flies. The term is high time. It means it's the right time to do something or past the appropriate time to do something. Example, the time has already passed and you have not started working. So it's time now to work. It's high time to meet. It's high time we met to resolve this issue. It's high time he met me. It's high time. I'm changing it. It's high time we met to resolve this issue. It means there's been some problems, there's been some issues. It's high time. Now we cannot wait anymore. It's time now we should meet. We should definitely meet to resolve this problem. So when something becomes imperative, when something becomes important, so we cannot waste another moment. It's high time. It's high time you started studying. So it's high time when time has passed and you have not started. It's high time you started working on your projects. Third time's a charm. It means when you try and try and try again. The first time you tried, it did not work. The second time you tried, it worked, but not up to the mark. But the third time was really good. So meaning, third time's a charm. It means when you are really successful the third time that you try. Meaning, the third time you do something will finally work. The third time you do something will finally work. Try, try, and try again. Example, I had to ask her out 3 times before she said yes. Well, third time's a charm. Means so twice the person asked her out, she did not, but the third time she said yes. I had to ask her to help 3 times before she said yes. Well, third time's a charm. Third time is a charm. You ask somebody to help you. First she said no. Second time also she did not reply anything. But third time she said, okay, I'll help. Okay. Then you say third time is a charm. Charm means something good. Beat the clock. Now I'm going to give you exercises based on the idioms I'm doing today. To beat the clock means you are way ahead of time. You finish something before time is up, before a deadline. Supposing I ask you to come at 1 o'clock and you are there in the meeting room at, say, ahead of time. 10 to 1, you are there. When you are beating the clock, you're beating the clock. So meaning finishing something before the time is up or before deadline. Although she was late to the exam, she managed to beat the clock and finished all of it 10 minutes before the end. It's quite clear. When you beat a clock, you end something before the due date, before the due time, before the deadline. And better late than never. This is a proverb, an expression which means doing something late is better than not doing it at all. Like so many people absent are absent from the class, but even if you come 10 minutes late, that's okay. Coming late 10 minutes is fine than not coming at all. So better late than never. Doing something late is better than not doing it at all. It can be used sarcastically if someone is very late. You can be sarcastic when somebody comes in very late. You can say, okay, better late than never. चलो देर आए दुरुस्त आए आज तो क्या कम से कम. Example. Well, hello John. Better late than never, huh? Class started half an hour ago. This is sarcastic comment. So he's saying, well, hello John. Better late than never, huh? Class started half an hour ago. At the 11th hour is a very common expression which you must be knowing it. At the end, at the last minute. Almost too late or at the last possible moment. Example, we barely made the deadline. There was so much to do in this project, we turned it in at the 11th hour. So here we're talking about the project. So just before the deadline, when we know teachers say no, we are not accepting any assignments. So we are not accepting any projects now. Before she started saying we're not accepting, you suddenly you come in. The last minute, the last second, you come and submit it. So again, the example sentence is, we barely made the deadline. Oh my God, somebody is coming right now. Kunal Kumar. इसको waiting में रहने देते. I'll let him. I'll talk to him personally. So at the 11th hour, just in the nick of time, in the long run. It means in the long term, over a long period of time. For example, I hate having too much. Sorry, I hate having so much after school activities now. But I know in the long run this will be beneficial to me. Yeah, this is for definitely you. You do not like activities, do not participate in activities. But you know somehow that this is going to be beneficial for you in the long run, right? This is definitely for you in the long run. In the long term, over a long period of time. Example, I hate having so much after school activities now, but I know in the long run, this will be beneficial for me. Definitely. Make up for lost time. It means to catch up on your backlog. I need to make up for the lost time. Meaning to catch up, to do something intensely to make up for a long period of not doing it. For example, people who have been absenting, they have to do a lot of backlog. Example, where have you been? Where have you been so long? I ran into Katie. We had to make up for lost time and talked for hours. It means these two persons met after a long time. So they were making it up for lost time. They did not speak for about for 2 months, for 2 years or 3 years, and now when they met, they were making up for all these time that they lost. So they were talking for hours and hours and hours. Those students who've been late in coming, people who've been joining late, they really have to make up for the lost time. In the nick of time, meaning at the last possible moment, just before it's too late, just before we are signing out, just before ending the session, people have entered the meeting room. Now, how bad is that, and how sad is that? So, in the nick of time, the person we boarded the train in the nick of time, meaning at the last possible moment, just before it's too late. Example: I made it to the wedding in the nick of time. I almost missed the ceremony. I'm editing. You can say, I made it to the class. I made it to the class in the nick of time. I almost missed. I almost missed the session. We the time between 4 and 6, 4 and 5, early morning, small hours. When you what you call Brahm Muhurat, 4 o'clock, getting up at 4 before sunrise. We also say wee hours, and we say small hours also. I got up in the small hours. I got up in the wee hours. What time do you get up? I get up in the wee hours. The time between 4 and 5. The questions can be the wee hours means late hours, late night, early morning, period of afternoon, in the evening. What is the best time? What is the best answer? Early morning, time between 4 and 5. A 9-day wonder. A 9-day wonder means any we talk about something for a short period of time and then you forget it. Oh my god. Let Karan be outside now. A 9-day wonder means